And our weather is setting a good tone for the weekend. Hopefully it's going to be a good one for a lot of people.
Yeah, it's actually the first day of August, as we mentioned, and because of that, we're starting to see our temperatures slowly get back on the downhill turn. It's actually the first month of the year where we start to see the temperature at the beginning of the month and the temperature at the end of the month seeing that decreasing trend. So we're cooling as we get towards the end of the month. First time that's happened since December. So it's the beginning of an end. Still, though, not unusual to get that July heat in August because it is still summertime out there. Just going to start to get a little bit more of a taste of fall like we have been the past few days. Normals, though, throughout the entire month in both La Crosse and Eau Claire still typically having highs in the low 80s and upper 70s. And again, you can still get those very, very warm days out there. Highest temperatures recorded in August in La Crosse and Eau Claire still topping out into the triple digits. Hopefully not breaking any of those records anytime soon. And still somewhat wet out there as well. Our normal precipitation around 4 inches of rainfall across the area. We're in a little bit of a dry stretch right now, but we do have some more rain on the way as we get into next week. So enjoy this nice, quiet, and mild weather while we have it, because again, we do have another chance of summer coming as we get into next week. Overnight lows tonight still kind of cool out there, especially for areas north of I-94, staying below 50 degrees once again, along with areas around in Jackson and Monroe counties where we typically see somewhat cooler temperatures. Otherwise, everywhere else staying in the low 50s out there. And then tomorrow's highs to start your weekend off, still likely to see a little bit of a haze out there, and also seeing a couple more locations crack back into the 80s, more widespread chances for 80s with maybe a couple more leftover upper 70s out there for your highs, like Eau Claire 79 for your Saturday high. Otherwise, La Crosse getting up to 81 for the high temperature. We had those winds turning around tomorrow, blowing out of the south, and that's slowly going to be warming us up, but it's going to take some time. This is supposed to say Sunday morning, excuse that, but for Sunday morning, we're seeing low temperatures very comparable to where we were last night and where we're going to be tonight, seeing lows in the low 50s, but again, subtle signs of warming and the highs as well, maybe even a couple more 82s on the board. It's going to be a slow warming process as we go into the week, but we're going to be warming nonetheless, feeling it a little bit stronger as we get towards the end of next week. As far as smoke goes, we're still holding on to some of it out there, especially for locations further north of I-94. That's where we're actually still seeing remnants of some heavier smoke within the air. If we take a wider look at it, really, we're one of the few places left in the U.S. is actually still holding on to that heavy amount of smoke, and that's all thanks to the wonderful wildfires that are still up in Canada. These are actually just mapped by hotspots via satellite, so there aren't fires in Wisconsin. Sometimes it's just a little bit warmer out there, especially on the ridge lines. The satellites can get a little bit tricked out, but plenty of wildfires back up in Canada still. And because of that, we're still seeing that smoke as we go into tomorrow, but still signs of improvement, especially once we look towards the end of the weekend on Sunday, actually seeing some fairly low amounts of smoke, especially as we get further to the west. That'll continue to move on out by the beginning of next week, and we should hopefully at least have 1 or 2 days, Sunday and Monday, where we have a generally hazy-free day with still seeing those mild temperatures in the low 80s. After that, temperatures start to warm back up to near average and eventually return to the upper 80s with some more rain chances returning. So we still have a pretty decent stretch of quiet weather.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There's an end in sight. We'll have summer coming back around.
All right, for sure. Looking forward to that. I'm not ready for it to leave just yet.
No, not yet.
No, not yet.